Hello viewers, this is a Shell Manufacturing Company, or more commonly known as SMC, 12-inch oscillating fan, model TH12. And this is one of the more important fans in my collection. This is originally my grandfather's fan, and like most of the other fans he had over the years, this one has ended up in my collection. This fan, I always liked this fan. I used to see it all the time when I would go over there, and they had a couple different oscillating fans, but this one I always liked the most. He used to use it in his bedroom, and the bed is in front of the window, and so he would set up the ironing board right next to the bed so that the edge of the board hung over the bed in front of the window, and then he would put the fan on the board so that it was in front of the window. And that sounds like a really risky thing to do, but it never fell. He did that for years. But yeah, I used to use this fan in my bedroom too when I would go over there. So there's a lot of good memories in this fan. It's still in pretty good condition. It's dusty and it's got some scrapes and scratches over it. It was never abused, but it was certainly used over the years. It was used pretty regularly up until about maybe 8 or 10 years ago. The only thing that's really wrong with it is there's one clamping piece missing from this side of the guard, and that's been like that for as long as I can remember. The medium speed on this fan never used to work, and then I opened it up at some point and repaired it. So now all the speeds work as they should. And one of the things I did when I was younger, I'm not sure what made me think this was a good idea, but I went around and I put labels on all the fans over at my grandparents' house, and so I've just kind of left this on there for nostalgia's sake. And I would also take ownership of all their fans. There's the information tag. I want to say these were sold at the Home Depot. Well, honestly, I don't remember where it came from. I believe this would have been purchased in the late 90s, or perhaps the early 2000s. It's been as long, it's been around for as long as I can remember, but that's not very long, so that's not saying much. Let's go ahead and start it up. Low. I'll move this out of the, I'll move it this way so it's not blowing on the camera. It's not nearly as powerful as the translucent blade Lasco Galaxy fans were, but it's pretty quiet and it moves a good amount of air for the noise it makes. And I think it moves more air than like the Lasco 12-inch ones from the same time period, which my grandparents also had one of the, which I now have, one of the 12-inch Lascos with the metal front guard and the plastic rear guard. Compared to that one, I think this one moves a little bit more air. I'll go up to medium. And high. I don't have the infamous airflow tester up here, so we can't do that, unfortunately. Put it in oscillation mode. Still oscillates pretty good. It's almost silent on low. I can hardly even hear it over the sound of the bugs outside. One of the other things I always thought was kind of interesting about this unit is that you can, when it's in stationary mode, you can turn the oscillation control and it'll actually move the fan, which is kind of nice for getting it adjusted to where you want it to be. And now we'll do a spin down. The spin down on this has always been very good. Alright, well that's going to be it for this one. Thank you for watching. Comment, subscribe, and out.